While Kaizer Chiefs are suffering the consequences of being stubborn, because the previous coach did this thing, I tried to point it out. People were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Calvin Johnson did it again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now we have problems because of that very same thing. We're also going to talk about the investigation that is ongoing in Naturena because the club is very mad about their reputation being smeared. Hello and welcome to Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo, I am your host, and this is our fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Amakusi Football Club. What am I talking about? I am talking about Kick and Dolly being injured once again. The man just came back from an ACL injury or something along those lines, a knee injury though. And then he came back and started playing 80 minutes in each game that he played. Played 5 in total. I said, why is Dolly being played for such a long time? Man is playing with a bandage on his knee. He just came back from injury. And then the coach did it again. And then Calvin Johnson comes in because under Mlifinse only played 2 games with that bandage on his knee. 2 games playing like 80 plus minutes. On top of that, playing as a winger. And I said this, Dolly is fat right now because he gained weight while he was injured. And then he's still injured. And you're asking him not only to play a game, because yes, you can give him minutes here and there. You're asking him to play 80 minutes, but not only just 80 minutes. You're also asking him to play 80 minutes as a winger, which is a position that requires running, that requires pace, that requires you to strain your knee over and over again. This is simple. Like everyone knows this. You ease a player back into play. Like Udolo wagcina nokudlala May, June, July, August, September, October, uyabuya, and then now he's playing 80 minutes. What is wrong with you? These players are getting injured here and there because Asba manage. The next thing that's going to happen, all these other players that are being overused, they're going to get injuries because we just think, you know what, we trust Utoli, and since we don't have tactics to kind of depend on every other player in the team, we're like, we need to keep our best players out there as long as possible. Just watch Liverpool win against Fulham. They took out players like about Dominic Soboslai, McAllister after scoring an incredible goal because they have to manage those players because they have so many games coming up. But no, we Chiefs, we hold on and we keep our best players for 90 minutes. Doesn't matter whether they are coming back from injury or not. It doesn't matter. They are going to play the entire game. Look at what has happened now. He's out again for 6 more weeks. And what's going to happen? He's going to gain weight again. It's Christmas. He's going to get fat and get fatter and fatter in the AFCON window. And then what's going to happen? He's going to come back again, not fully recovered. He's going to be played for 90 minutes and then he's going to get injured again. Genius coaches, genius. Use your brains. You can't be playing a player for 90 minutes. Injured. It doesn't make any sense. Also, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to reach a lot of subscribers before the end of the year. So yeah, let's do that. Let's also talk about the other thing that Kaizer Chiefs are currently doing. There were news that came out that there are racial tensions because, well, not really racial tensions, more like Kaizer Chiefs. They said that Chiefs favor colored players compared to black players because black players do some things that colored players already do, but then colored players don't get the same punishment as black players. As such, that's racism. Now, Chiefs are not happy with the fact that that thing ended up going to the media, and as a brand, you don't want to be known as a brand that is not managing your players well, that is not a good environment racially for your players. And now, apparently, several players have been asked, do you know who leaked the news? It's like, do you know who leaked the news? Honestly, really? Ufapos, by the way, who reported this, I'm not making this up, that they were, it's not Fapost, it's actually the Sowetan, yes. So now, I'm thinking to myself, why not just, okay, we can address the snitching thing, but if you think there are players who think that there is racism in the club, why ask for the snitch? Why not address the issue itself? Because if the issue exists, then the issue needs to be addressed. Not ukuthi sovimba abantu from snitching, because that's a problem on its own. Snitches leaking news, that's something else. But we must also address the fact that some players feel like there's inequality in the team. As such, let's address that. Not all the time trying to manage how the brand looks, because these are people at the end of the day, and you can't just ignore their feelings and think, oh, you are smearing the brand. It doesn't make any sense. I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed because I don't like when there's inequality and it's not addressed because you care more about your image rather than the actual feelings of the players. Because if the players are not feeling well, then they're going to show it in their performance, because they see good, oh, Vele, you're not going to sub the colored player, or you're not going to punish the colored player for doing things wrong. I'm just saying, I do not want this thing of racism in the club. I do not want this thing of colored, black. Come on, you are all playing for Kaizer Chiefs. Can we work together? Can we just address this issue and get over and done with this thing? Right? What do you think about Kaizer Chiefs and how they are managing the players and the injuries? Because they've been getting all these injuries all along. And also, what do you think about this investigation the Chiefs are conducting? Let me know down on the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals al pelumo.